Good afternoon, Aries. It is Wednesday. I've been out for Mummy-Daughter Day and we had Mummy and daughter. So we've had three generations. My mummy, me and my daughter have been out for a lovely breakfast, and we've been to a chocolate shop and clothes shops, and we've been for a bit of a food shop. So I'm Chrissy, by the way, and I'm bringing you another Aries Celtic Cross spread today. We've got the Morgan Greer deck, which was pre-shuffled and readied for you this morning. It's ready to deal. I haven't really done any meditating on your energy because I'm too tired. I'm too tired to do anything. I haven't slept hardly at all for 3 weeks. Aries. So any of you lovelies who are in menopause and unable to take HRT, have you got any tips for me on sleep? Because I'm pretty much demented. I've been to the doctors 4 times. I'm going again on Friday just to try and get some medication adjustments so I can get some sleep. I've tried everything. Milky drinks, malted drinks at night time, no screen time, reading a book. I've tried lavender, I've tried rescue remedy, sleep, herbal gummies. I've tried amitriptyline. I've tried not having coffee all day. I've tried melatonin. I'm pretty much fed up at the moment. I was thinking maybe to try a weighted blanket or something like that, or a grounding sheet. I've heard of things like that. I'm pretty desperate at this point, Aries, but I'm still functioning. So what I saw when I was shuffling this deck for you was the Knight of Cups, the Three of Wands, and the Magician. So I don't know whether it's you waiting in the wings to do something that you really would love to do. You would love for it to come to fruition. Or it could be that there's another person who's waiting in the wings, wanting to give you some kind of romantic gesture. There's this period where you're waiting. I don't know if you're waiting for the go-ahead, something that you would love, or someone that you would really like. But I know you're very independent, Aries, and a lot of my Aries live on your own. Some of you live with your children, however old they are. I don't know if that is holding you back. I feel like it's either you're wanting to get into to get into a relationship with someone new, or you're wanting to do something that you've always wanted to do now that you're sort of older. But I don't know whether it's your children or something to do with grandchildren, the younger people, that's kind of holding you back. Maybe you've got responsibilities towards younger family members and you feel like you can't do what you want to do as yet. But we'll have a look at your shadow energy on the bottom of your deck. We've got the Seven of Wands, the Three of Pentacles. We've got the Judgment, which is Scorpio. We've got the Page of Cups, the Three of Wands, the Nine of Swords, and the Leo card of the Sun. Again, the Page of Cups and the Sun, it's either kids or grandkids. And you kind of seem to be trying to stick up for yourself, trying to stand your ground with this Seven of Wands. And it's like this Three of Pentacles. Either you want to work, whether that's at your current profession or try something new career-wise. Or maybe you want to, these look like wheels on this card. Maybe you want to get some wheels to learn to drive or something like that. But it's like, what about the kid? What about the kids? I don't know whether, if you, like me, or grandparents, an example could be that maybe your adult children would like you to stay home, to retire or whatever, to help them with the childcare. I don't know if it's that, or if it's your own children that are still at home and you're still responsible for them. And this Three of Pentacles, if it's not to do with a job, it could be getting together with someone romantically. And, you know, again, there's something about kids that you feel is sort of restricting you from doing this. And then with this Sun card, it's like, but Aries deserves to be happy. So you're kind of standing up for your own happiness with those two cards. But, you know, there's someone else. There's always someone else, isn't there, Aries? There's always someone else that objects to... but, you know, that Seven of Wands, it's kind of like putting that boundary in place. Because I do feel like a lot of you have been sort of trampled on. You know, you've had people sort of trying to trample your boundaries down. Now, I know you are fire signs, but you're still kind of soft-hearted and you like to help people and you like to make things happen and to fix things for people. But I think there's something about, like, you really need to do something for yourselves. So we'll do the Celtic Cross again. Again, we'll do 8 cards instead of 10, and we'll finish off card 9 and 10 with this deck over here, the Messages from the Universe Oracle deck. So as ever, just to remind you, it's a general reading, so it's not going to resonate every time. If it doesn't resonate at all, please check out my past Aries readings on my channel and see if you're drawn to any. They are all timeless. I'm here to give you spiritual guidance. I'm not here to make your life decisions and choices for you. You have to use your own free will and your own discernment. Please only take what you automatically feel is resonating for you, whether it's about you per se or whether it's about someone in your energy, past or present. Listen to the scenario, place yourself in the situation where you belong, and you may need to switch around the you and them roles, the male and female, masculine, feminine. You know, it's just the scenario. And do not worry about anything that feels like it's not resonating, because that's probably not your message. Just cherry pick what's yours, Aries. So we start off with card number 1, which is fire energy, which is most possibly yourselves, whether you're male or female watching me. This is the King of Wands. So this is the situation, is about you. It could be about a fire sign that you're dealing with, past or present. But I feel for a lot of you, it's about you. And this is the pinnacle with this card. The heart of the matter is that you are at the pinnacle of your confidence. You're very self-assured in your King of Wands energy. Now, you're confident. I feel like you're looking good. You're giving off a magnetic aura. You're getting attention, which I've been saying for quite a few weeks now. You're ready to take action on something. You've got your wand in your hand and you're ready. You are looking at the past. So I don't know if something in the past is stopping you from, making you pause before you take action. Again, you're ready. You're ready for action. Whether that is something that you want for your life, something that you want to do for yourself, or whether it's about someone that you want in your life, potentially, or if not, someone that you've got now that you want to keep in your life. But there's a reason, there's something, you're kind of like this with that rod, with the wand. Yeah, again, I feel like you're having to put your foot down. This is what I want to do, you know. So your crossing card number 2, which is the challenge for your situation currently, is the Four of Cups. So I don't know whether there's some discontentment with the Four of Cups. Some boredom, and hence you want to do something different, something exciting with the King of Wands energy, something that's got you feeling all passionate and fired up. I don't know whether it's yourself, in your own head, Aries, with that Four of Cups, whether maybe on the surface you come across as very confident, but maybe deep down you've got this fear of rejection with the Four of Cups. This is about a cup of love. And quite often when anyone is in the Four of Cups energy, it's because they've been hurt before, they've been messed around before, they've had that cup of love before, they've had the relationship, whatever kind of relationship, emotional. And, it could even be about they've had a job that they love, but they've gotten sort of shafted by their employer or their colleagues. They've gotten shafted by a partner, or whoever, a soulmate. And it's like, I don't want to do that again. So that's how you get to the Four of Cups. But I am jumping ahead because we're going to look at the past in one of your next cards. So I'm getting here today, could be here today and gone tomorrow. But so there's this, like, if I do something, it could all sort of end up going to crap. Or if I meet someone, maybe they would leave. It's that kind of thing. It's that little bit of insecurity, but on the surface you look like you're ready for it, but maybe this is just nagging doubts. Or it could be someone else who is kind of worried for you. But the Four of Cups kind of warns you not to miss a chance. And I am getting the words, you need to take a chance now. It's now or never. So there's definitely some opportunity, whatever it is, it's going to be different for all of you. And there's this something holding you back. So card number 3 is the Ten of Wands. So this is a card of burdens, responsibilities. It's also a card of being very, very busy, overly busy, overworked, to the point of, you need to drop some of these burdens or responsibilities, commitments or whatever. So card number 3 is the root cause of this, I think. The root cause of the Four of Cups, basically. Feeling like you need to miss an opportunity because maybe you're burdened with other things and you can't make room for this new romantic opportunity or friendship opportunity or this new career opportunity because you've got other things. But I feel like you need to make room for this You need to not miss this chance to do something that you really want to do, and you need to, I don't know if it's responsibilities with children, Aries. I feel like there's something that you need to do and want to do and would love to do in your King of Wands energy, and this is the actual heart of everything, but you're unable to move forward. I feel like this thing, and it's going to be different for all of you, as I say. I've given some examples. What do you really want to do for yourselves? Is it a college course, a management course? Is it a new job, a new career option? Is it working for yourself, being your own boss? Is it something I keep getting something to do with travel? So is it going traveling alone? Is it taking a holiday alone? Is it learning to drive, getting wheels? We've mentioned wheels. Or is it just dating, meeting new people, finding a new partner? But you're burdened. You've got all of these responsibilities and restrictions, and I feel like you feel like you're unable to move forward. There's something about you need to move forward. You need forward movement. It could be about moving home, but there's someone else. There's other people or other things. There's the burden of other people's opinions seems to be weighing heavy on you as well. There's something weighing heavy on your shoulders, a few things weighing heavy on your shoulders. And I feel like you've tried to, with that card, stick up for yourself for what you want, what you believe in, what you believe you deserve, which you do. But it seems to, whenever you stand up for yourself and your opinion, it seems like others don't like it. And I feel like there's a lot on your mind. I always see that 10 of Wands as where there's a lot of things unsaid, and it's getting to a point where you're just going to have verbal diarrhea and you're just going to blurt out, this has been on my mind for a while, that kind of thing. So card number 4. Again, we have a 4 at card number 4. We have the 1111 card, the 4 of Wands. So this comes underneath the King of Wands. So this is your right track. You're on the right track to make room in your life for this thing or this person that you really want for your future. Now the 4 of Wands actually is the card of the past in this position. So in the past, I don't know whether there's been a house move or whether there's been a marriage split, a change to a living situation, a divorce, the division of the assets. I do get, for a lot of you, there's been a divorce and a lot of you have custody of the children, whether they're still at home or not. And maybe a lot of you have had to go to work to finance, the children's upbringing and the schooling. So there's been a big change to the family life in the past. And it's kind of, it's just a situation where there's just one you and you've got all of these responsibilities and commitments and worries and things that are ladening you down. Some of you may have back strain. I do see the 10 of Wands as the back strain card as well, but that's just a separate message. So card number 5, we have the 2 of Pentacles. just going to move those across because I'm going to put the last couple of cards on this side. So, the number 5 position is the card of the near future. What does the near future hold? Now again, there's a ship that's sailed. So there's something about, there's an old life, an old living situation, an old family situation, an old relationship that's gone in the past, and you've had to reinvent yourself. And there's something with this Two of Pentacles about you're going to have to make your mind up. You're weighing up the pros and cons of this thing that you want to do for yourself. It may be something that is to do with your finances. You may have to juggle your finances around to do this thing. If it's something that you want to do, but it's going to cost you money, personally. I feel like you're bursting to get out there and do something. But you're still sort of, in the near future, you're still throwing the idea around. It's kind of like back and forth thinking with the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, so even in the near future, I feel like something's bursting to get out of you. Something, I don't know if it's something creative, something that really excites you, whether it's to do with emotions or, you know, career, material things, whatever it is, learning, whatever it is. It's something that's just really, that you've had to kind of quash down inside of yourself, but you're just bursting for to get out there and do it. But like I say, there's either financial restrictions or there's other people, their opinions or the responsibilities for other people that you have, or it's just, it could even just be in your own head that you're sort of, will I, won't I, you know. So card number 6, we have the Knight of Pentacles. So card number 6, the placement there is how others see your situation. You know, friends, family, and we have the Knight of Pentacles. So one of the first things that I think of when I see the Two Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles, it's money maybe slow. So if you're intending to do something that is career orientated, it might mean that it's going to take a while for you to make money, you know, make a good profit out of it. It could be that money has been slow, incoming money has been slow for some time. The Knight of Pentacles is something that's been going on for a while. And it's also an energy of, this is what other people think, and they think that you need to take your time. You've got plenty of time, you know, just take it one step at a time. So like, I feel like other people are saying, it's been a while since you did something, you know, exciting, risky, whatever. It's been a while since you put yourself out there, since you took that leap. So I feel like there's this caution. You know, you've got this feeling that you're being cautious and you're really weighing up your options, but I feel like others are, you know, they're feeling the same as well. You know, maybe they think it might take a long time for you to get established at this thing, and you're going to have to take a hit financially. You know, just take what applies to you, Aries, because it's different for everyone. This is very general. It's just like energy, these feelings. So it's going to be a different situation for all of you. So card number 7, which is the hopes and fears, is the 9 of Cups. So the hopes, you hope that you get your wish. You hope that you're able to do something for yourself. You do fear other people branding you selfish. And I feel like for that reason, you're planning stuff, you know, in your mind, or maybe even starting to put plans into action. But you feel like you have to keep it quiet from people around you because of there's something about restrictions. It's just these restrictions. I feel like you're putting them on yourself, but there's also other people that are keeping you hemmed in. And I don't know whether they could just be sort of projecting their fears onto you. They're worried, you know, they may be just worried about you and, you know, what you're going to do with your life. I'm getting in my head, you've been a homebody. So the people around you, your friends and family circle, have maybe, you know, maybe used to you being stuck in a groove, but this means that you're branching out, and maybe they're just cautious because they don't want you to get sort of scammed in some way, hurt or whatever. Now, I am going to say that doing something for yourself, you know, you've worked hard, whatever you've done in your life, and most of you that watch me are in your senior, mature years. Why shouldn't you do something for yourself? A lot of you have brought up a family. Why shouldn't you do something for yourself? Why shouldn't you get into another romantic partnership? Why shouldn't you get into another career, something that you've wanted to do for a long time? You know, like I say, I think there's something to do with children. Maybe you wouldn't have the time for the younger people in your family, or you wouldn't have you know, your money would be tight for a while, and you wouldn't be able to spoil the younger people with gifts or financial help or whatever. But, you know, you should be able to do something for yourself. You know, maybe it's just you, and you haven't got the money to take a hit in wage, or to take time out and do go back to school, or pay for someone else to go back to school even. So we're going to pull one last card, and it's beautiful Aries in your Emperor energy. So I'm looking at the Four of Wands. This is what you really want to do. This is the right path for you to take in your life. Take that chance. And the Emperor, this is about taking charge of your own life, steering your own ship. You're putting your foot down. It's my life. This is what I want to do. I'm in charge of my own destiny. So good for you, Aries. So this is your outcome, your potential outcome card. Energy's fluidic, so things can change. But this is about bossing up. So taking the lead and leading by example, you know. Now, because we've got the Emperor and we've got this Page of Cups Sun on the bottom of the deck, this could be taking charge as a parent. You know, if it's your children, however old they are, that are trying to keep you at home. I do feel like that's the whole issue for some of you. The kids are used to you staying at home, and they can, you know, rely on you to be always the homebody. with spare time maybe. So this could be you sort of laying the law down with your own children or family here, because this is something that you really want to do. So we are going to see what the advice is here, because these cards are just proving to be very, very good. And I do cleanse them with that lovely crystal after every use. So what advice have we got for my beautiful Aries? Please give me a thumbs up on the video, Aries. I really need that feedback from you. And please do subscribe, hit the notification bell. So we've got no act of kindness is ever wasted. Some of the kindest people you will ever meet have been through hell and back themselves. That strengthens their compassion and empathy. If this is describing you, keep being the beautiful soul that you are. Now, some of these cards, we keep getting them, they keep repeating. We get the same ones in this deck that come out for you. I feel like you're being overly kind. You're thinking of someone else or other people's opinions, what other people want you to think or do. And it's very hard for an Aries because you're very single-minded, and you like to be in charge of what you want to do. You like your independence, and I do feel like you're just giving, and you really want to do this thing for yourself. Take some time out of your schedule and make time for this thing that you want to do for yourself. One more word of advice, please. Thank you. So we've got, if you are feeling stuck in any area of your life, whether it's in a relationship or a job or just a situation, ask yourself, what is stopping me from leaving? Yes, leaving is scary, but sometimes it is the right step to take. Be brave. We are right beside you, says the universe. Now I have sort of, I think we've had that card for you before, but I have sort of said in this reading that you do feel hemmed in, which is pretty much what this card is saying. Whatever your situation is at present, there's something else that you're bursting to do instead of what you're currently doing, how you're currently living your life. So I did also say that there's something where there's caution because you need to take a risk. So that's your reading for today, my darlings. I hope you found some of it at least useful, and I'm wishing you all the very best with your situation. I'm sending prayers to those of you who need them. I'm sending you a massive amount of love and light. God bless you all. I love every one of you, my friends. Take care of yourselves till next time.